Hello, everyone, and welcome to Techie Tuesdays with IT Navigatrix Consulting. Today, we're going to talk about network speed and how you can troubleshoot if things seem to be running slow for you. So, you'll see in this diagram the different connectivity paths between your internet service provider and your desktop or handheld experience. So when you're doing your troubleshooting on your network speed, you're going to want to start with your device. So your personal device, whether that's your laptop or your mobile phone. So let's start with the laptop. So you want to start with looking at your configurations and the software that you have running, the speed of your RAM or how old your equipment is can make a difference. The number of applications you have running, your internet settings, if it's your internet that's running slow, and how many things you're currently multitasking on, what you're trying to do. So you want to make sure that your desktop is optimized, clear your browser cache, right? If your equipment's new and you're still having problems, then you're going to want to look at your privacy settings. Personally, I use a medium security internet settings for security, but I also use a VPN, which is a virtual private network. And so what that does is that provides additional protection, data protection, by basically putting a cloak around my network transmission. So I'm wrapping my transmission in a privacy coat, for lack of a better word. So keeping that session protected with the VPN. So it stands for Virtual Private Network, and the one I use is called ExpressVPN. It's not very expensive. It's maybe $16, $17 a month. And that includes a license for both my mobile phone and for my laptop. So if you're not using a VPN and you don't have someone actively managing your security, that's like the number one thing that you can do to keep yourself more protected. So we'll have security videos or suggestions later on down the road at some point, but for now, that's not the primary part of this. So definitely check your device settings. If you know that your device is somewhat new and you're not multitasking like crazy, and your security is and your configurations are optimized, then we want to look at are you using Wi-Fi or are you using a cable connection? So if you're using a docking station, you most likely have a cable connecting your docking station to your cable modem. So with that, you should be able to get the optimal speeds that you would be getting. So more likely, if you're experiencing speed problems or performance problems, it's related to your Wi-Fi router. So first you want to look at your Wi-Fi strength. So if your Wi-Fi strength is weak, you only have, maybe one little semicircle here, you might consider adding a Wi-Fi repeater. I use one in my house because my house is long and thin. So, and my cable modem is on one side of the house, and oftentimes I want to use my laptop in the other end of the house. And so to boost my Wi-Fi strength, I added a little repeater. And the one that I use is from Netgear, and again, only about $16 off of Amazon. And you just plug it into a electrical outlet, and it's really easy to configure. So if the Wi-Fi strength in your house isn't fabulous, you want to consider using a repeater or a booster. And if you just go to Amazon and you search on the words Wi-Fi repeater or Wi-Fi boost, they'll come up, and they're not very big, and they just plug into an electrical outlet, and they're really easy to configure. And like I said, not very expensive. So if your Wi-Fi strength is fine, then you want to look at your Wi-Fi router speed capability. So the capacity of your Wi-Fi router um, can definitely have an influence. So if you're running on old equipment, you could be being throttled just by the capabilities of your Wi-Fi router. So if you've updated your cable modem lately, then more than likely your Wi-Fi router is now built into your cable modem. So I know that's the case for Xfinity. I was running an old router, and my Wi-Fi router was old and my cable modem was old. And so even though I was paying for the upgraded cable, I still wasn't getting really great response, and it was because my equipment was throttling me. So you definitely want to make sure that your cable modem equipment is up to date. And so with that, once you've updated your cable modem and your Wi-Fi router presumably is integrated in there, then the next thing that you want to check is your network speed. So there's a website called www.speedtest.net where you can go and you can test the upload and download speeds of your current connection. So you can track that over time to make sure that over time you're getting what you're paying for. But then also by doing that, by checking it somewhat frequently or regularly, you can, if there's any discrepancy between what you're paying for and what you're getting, you can then take those results to your internet service provider and say, hey, look, here's the deal. I'm paying for, super high speed and I'm getting basic strength. So what are you going to do, right? So they can help you troubleshoot further than this. And if that doesn't resolve it, then they can, then you can discuss your plan and maybe a refund if you're not getting the services you've been paying for. So, and then that is the final step, is that you want to upgrade your network capacity with your internet service provider. So if you find that it is your network strength and just the capacity that you have coming into the house, the upgraded cable is, potentially worth it for the amount of frustration that you're experiencing. So an extra $20 a month can really make a difference in how fast pages load, videos play, you can multitask. All of the things that you want to do on the internet is directly related to your cable speed. So if you haven't upgraded your cable speed, you might want to consider it because that it can be a low cost as compared to the decrease in frustration for you. So I hope today has been helpful, not very long, hopefully not too techy. And we didn't talk about Wi-Fi. Sorry about that. So same thing with the Wi-Fi, right? If your device is fairly new, if you've got good signal strength, either from your carrier directly or from your Wi-Fi equipment, then you are basically beholden to the speed of the network in your neighborhood. So, and there's beyond changing carriers, there might not be anything that you can do about that. But definitely within the home, again, if your Wi-Fi strength is, if you have your device connected to your Wi-Fi and your Wi-Fi strength is habitually low, again, you can add that Wi-Fi repeater, and that will help extend the Wi-Fi coverage in your house and potentially make things go faster. So thank you for your time and attention. I hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you.